there, I'm Chef Celeste, and welcome to my Louisiana kitchen, where I'm going to take you all around Louisiana through food. And today we're talking seafood. We're talking U.S. farm-raised catfish, and we're going to top that with some crawfish. So you're going to get 2 in 1 today. So to get started, we have our U.S. farm-raised catfish, we have our Louisiana crawfish tails over here, and we're going to put a whole lot of vegetables on here too. We have some green beans, we have some kohlrabi, we have some peppers over here. I'm still using my artichokes because when you're cooking, you're going to have some things left over. You're not going to use everything all at one time. So we're not even going to pretend that you're going to use everything at one time. I'm going to show you how to repurpose these items, okay? So first off, I have my cast iron skillet, and I'm going to crank the heat up on that a little bit to medium high, and we're going to take our U.S. farm-raised catfish and we're going to season that. So the seasonings we're going to put in it, I'm going to mix this up. I'm going to take my steak seasoning, and I know you don't have this at home yet, so you can get you a steak seasoning. It has your pepper and your paprika, all of that in there. But I'm also going to add some of my Creole garlic seasoning in here. Now, where can you get this? You can order online. You can go to my website, chefceleste.com. This stuff is my all-purpose. So we're going to add that, and I'm going to add some cracked black pepper. This is just straight black pepper and seasonings. And everything is low sodium because I like to monitor the sodium content in what I'm doing and what I'm cooking. But look, just blend that all together. Now we have our coating. Bring your catfish over. It's already been dressed. So what do we mean by dressed? Cleaned. It doesn't have any of the scales on there already. It doesn't have any of the insides in there. That's when it's dressed. And this is cut into fillets. So let's just sprinkle that on. Sprinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle. We are going to coat both sides of this here. But before I start handling that, let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to move my bread out of the way because I don't want to get any of that on there. Now, let's turn up the heat because we're about ready to go in. I'm going to add my oil in here. We're going to add about a 1/4 cup of olive oil in there. Now you see how I have it on one side? Let's go on our board here. We're going to season up both sides, okay? Move this out of the way. So sprinkle this on here. Pat it in. You want it fully coated. So let's get all that in there. Flip it over. And we're going to do the other side. And then we are going into our dish. If you run out of seasoning, make a little more, but I'm going to sprinkle right on top here because what I'm looking for is the color. That's going to give me my nice dark color. Now, very important, we're going to go in. This is the flesh side right here. This is the skin side. We're going to go flesh side down because when you put it into the pan, the first side that you put in is going to be your prettiest. So sit it here, gently lay it down away from you. One more time. Skin side, flesh side, skin side down. Flesh side down. There we go. We're only going to put 2 in right now. I don't want to crowd the pan because then that way I'm going to have smothered catfish as opposed to the blackened catfish. So I'm going to clean my hands up, get my board all nice, clean and sanitized, and we'll be right back. I'm going to show you what this is going to look like before we move into the crawfish, okay? So we're going here, gave it a nice little flip. You see how my color is coming through? That's what we want. I turn the heat down a little bit, that way it can finish cooking through. And I think I want some color in here. So now I'm gonna add a little bit of my artichoke in. Put that in here. Crawfish is going in last because that's gonna be something all by itself. Right now I'm about to dress my plate out and get you all with some vegetables in your system. Got my trusty green beans going in the pan. You know I like one pan cooking because that means one pot to clean up, okay? So then I'm gonna add some grilled squash on here. Just reheat that up. You finish with your barbecue. You got some left over, chop it up, put it in here, let it heat. It's going on top of my rice. So I'll pull my rice over here so we can do that. Did you know that we have rice farms in Louisiana also? Rice is huge. This is actually Louisiana rice parboiled right here. So, and that's what I said when I mean by agriculture. It's a large agricultural state. That's a big part of what we do and the jobs that come from Louisiana. So when you come down, you can visit these farms, see how this stuff is grown. You can actually visit the sugarcane farms. You can visit the old sugar mills. So there's a lot to do when you come to visit us. Like I said, we're full of arts and crafts, not to mention the music. So definitely check out your music. You can go on reverb.com/Michael Foster. Get you some original jazz going on. We may even play some for you. Who knows? All right, there we go. Let's dress this plate. You see what I'm doing here? Let me move this over. Presentation is everything, so make sure your plates are nice and pretty. Only thing I don't have on this plate is a little bit of red, and the red is going to come in with the crawfish tails. So I have one piece that's ready to roll, and you always have that one that just does not want to behave. So the thicker it is, it's going to take longer for it to cook, okay? So let's move that one over. Pull this one right here. Take a look at that. Nice and blackened. This one, the one that does not want to work for me right now, this is what I want you to do at home. Because if you're in a hurry to do something, because my patience is not always long, I'm going to take this, put it on a cedar plank. Or why not start it off on a cedar plank? Outside on your barbecue grill, we're going to pop this one in the oven, okay? Watch. Be right back. So now we're working on this crawfish. Same pan. I'm not gonna rinse it out. Remember, stop rinsing that pan out in between everything, okay? All right. Going in with my onions. I want a lot of onions. I like onions, especially the red onions going in. Then we have some of the grilled peppers. Look at that nice char on there. I like to keep these handy. They go well on a sandwich, whether it's cold, hot. If you're doing a dish like this here, you can just pop this in real quick. So let's give this a quick stir. Let's pull up all of the goodness on the bottom. So these are actually deglazing the bottom of this pan with the liquid that's coming from the onion and the bell pepper. Okay, crawfish going in. Nice tablespoon of crawfish going in. If you have a lot of people with you, add more. In fact, lagniappe. That's a new word for you, lagniappe. Look it up. That means a little extra. So it's like a little present that I'm giving you right now. A little extra tip, a little extra crawfish. We need our seasoning in here. Again, we like depth of flavor. That's the cracked black pepper. I'm going back in with my Creole garlic. The Creole garlic is what I use for my shrimp and grits. That's one of my mainstays at the restaurant, is the shrimp and grits. So we'll show you that one at another time. All right, add just a touch of cream in here. Ooh, look at that. Turn it up a little bit. I want my cream to get that little bubbly going on. I'm not adding any cheese in here because I don't want any cheese in here. If you want a little parm in there, drop it in. And remember, you know I say that all the time. Whatever you want in here, that's what I want you to add in here. Once you get the basics down, then you can start to embellish. For my professionals, just go for it. You know, go for what you know. Sprinkle parsley. Heat off. Now watch what I'm about to do. I'm about to put Louisiana goodness on top of Louisiana goodness, okay? Get my ladle so I can get all of this out. Look at that. Let me see, how can I show that to you? Right there. Let that go on top. I want a little more of the sauce. See how creamy that is? Go down in here a little bit more. I think I picked up the biggest thing to get this out of here. There we go. Nice and pretty. A little bit of red on top. Extra red on top. Look at that. That's for you. I'm Chef Celeste. You're watching My Louisiana Kitchen, and this is our crawfish and catfish dish.